Hey, comic lovers, EMoney, the old man, and Thor the Dog of Thunder here. Hey, buddy. Hey. So we went for our first walk in a while because
you're lazy.
Well, no, because I've been too freaking busy. It's like something every day we're doing something, but you know the old man has gone back to work this week after his recovery from
After my convalescence.
Yeah, and so I had my mornings and early afternoons freed up again. So I took Thor for a walk here this last week, didn't I, boy? Yeah, and he did really good. We came across a guy and a couple of pitties that he had with him, and the guy, he goes off the trail a little bit to let us pass because one of his dogs he said he didn't trust to interact with new dogs. So Thor, he saw the pitties and he was on alert, but there was no growling or signs of aggression from him. So that was really good. So hopefully we can build on that in walks and outings in the future, right, buddy? Yeah. Okay. So this week we are talking about we're going to be geeking out and recapping over some Marvel Studios and Disney Plus stuff that aired this last week. Also, we have a announcement from DCEU and Warner Brothers about an upcoming DC project. And we're going to be talking comic book reviews and what came in the mail this past week. We have our September boxed heroes, only a few weeks late.
Yeah, it's a little late.
Yeah, but it came and we're going to open it up and see what we got.
Better be cool.
All right. He who knows fear burns at the touch of the man thing. This is Back Issues. All right, so before we get started today, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, turn on notifications, give us a thumbs up, and if you like, leave us a comment. You can, insert your opinion on whatever we're talking about, or you can just say hi. All right, so first, we're going to geek out a little bit about some things that came down on Disney Plus this past week. First up, SheHulk Episode 8. And we finally got what they've been hinting at all season. We got the
Spoiler alert.
I'm going to say debut. The debut of Daredevil, not Matt Murdock, Daredevil in the MCU. And he is... So first of all, we see Matt Murdock in the courtroom representing Luke, the guy who made Jennifer's dress, or clothes in general. And then, later on, we see Daredevil finally show up in the MCU when he is trying to, arrest or detain Leapfrog because he has kidnapped Luke and forcing him to make a new costume for him. So we get, typical, this is one of my movieisms actually. Why can't we be friends? Where She-Hulk and Daredevil square off initially, and then once they find out what's really going on, or She-Hulk finds out what's really going on, they become friends. They team up and become friends. And then
because it is a classic situation that is referred to as a Marvel team up. That's the comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Every time two heroes meet, they got to fight first.
Mm-hmm.
Then they team up.
Mm-hmm. And then they become more than friends, or at least in this instance.
Not always.
No. All right. So, and the problem with a Daredevil versus She-Hulk fight is, unless Daredevil has like some special weapon on him, he can't really hurt She-Hulk. I mean, he might be able to evade her all day sometimes, but I don't see how he was ever going to hurt her.
Billy bat to the eyeball, make her blink.
Maybe. I mean, gunshot to Superman's eye didn't work, but I don't know. Maybe it might work on She-Hulk.
She-Hulk and Superman.
All right, so that happened, and there's been, I've been told there's been a bit of a mix of reactions to Daredevil in this episode. I liked it. I thought it was fun. It was good seeing Daredevil again, finally showing up in the MCU.
Well, I got a vent. Can I vent?
Okay.
This is another instance where there's a lot of negativity on the internet about SheHulk.
Mm-hmm.
People are saying it's terrible, it's the worst show ever, yada yada, blah blah blah. It's another case of something I've talked to, and you're not giving it a name yet, but where the cool kids have got to hate something. And when other cool kids find out that these cool kids are hating something, well, by God, they hate it too.
Mm.
For example, the original Daredevil movie with Ben Affleck. There's nothing wrong with that movie.
Okay.
It was okay. It wasn't great, but it didn't deserve the hate that it's gotten over the years. Nickelback, the band. I mean, there's not a damn thing wrong with Nickelback. They're a perfectly fine rock band. Now, are they the greatest? No. But they don't deserve all the criticism and slamming that they get. And there's been other cases, and all you have to do is watch the internet, and as soon as somebody says, yeah, that stunk, you'll get 10 more people that agree with them. Now, I've seen it happen in a comic shop. They were talking pro wrestling, and one guy came in and he said, well, I don't really like The Rock. And so another guy says, no, man, The Rock's one of the greatest wrestlers ever. This guy immediately goes, yeah, he is pretty good. You swayed that easily? You didn't have an opinion to begin with. You were just saying you don't like him because you thought you were being cool. Stop trying to be cool. Let the old man tell you. When you get to be my age, cool don't mean crap. Tell people what you like, tell them what you don't like. I'm done venting.
I mean, you just keep it simple and call it, haters gonna hate.
Okay, there you go.
Right.
Movie in.
All right, so there is our She-Hulk recap. I had fun. Old man had fun. And hope to see Daredevil again soon. I think the next time we're going to see Daredevil is in Echo on Disney+. So hopefully that'll happen. That'll happen soon.
When's the next time we see Moon Knight?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I haven't heard a word.
I mean, there were rumors he was going to be in Werewolf by Night, which we're just about to get to, but that ended up not being true.
Let's get to it.
All right, so Werewolf by Night aired this last Friday, and it was pretty much exactly as advertised.
It was a special. It's a TV show, but it's a one-shot special.
Mm-hmm. And a group of hunters get together to see who will claim rights to the Bloodstone. And basically, it's kind of like Hunger Games, a free-for-all, every man for himself. But the extra layer is that they insert a monster into the arena or maze or whatever you want to call it.
And the Bloodstone has been put on this monster, which weakens him, and they just got to go kill the monster, get the Bloodstone.
Now,
to do that, they get to be king of all the hunters.
Mm-hmm. Now, if you saw the show going in, you would probably think naturally that the monster in the maze is the werewolf.
All right, spoiler alert. If you haven't seen this show yet, and since it just dropped less than a week ago, you might want to fast forward till we go indoors. Once you see us indoors, you're safe. Go.
Okay, so you may have thought that it was the werewolf. I mean, that's what I thought.
Sure.
But it turns out that it was the Man-Thing. The Man-Thing making his debut into the MCU in this special.
DC's loose version of Marvel's Swamp.
Yeah.
Right. It's Marvel's loose version of DC's Swamp Thing.
Loosely, yeah. And we see him actually is friends with the werewolf. I forgot his name. I want to say Jack, but I couldn't swear to that.
The werewolf is Jack Russell.
Jack Russell, okay. And he's actually friends with Jack, and Jack is actually here to rescue him. And, things play out from there. And we see the Man-Thing do a couple cool things. And I didn't know about his magic touch until this special.
If you're afraid of the Man-Thing, which who wouldn't be?
Right.
You're screwed.
Mm-hmm. So, great debut, and the werewolf also cool. There was one clip that, I mean, it's a small thing, but I noticed it and it bugged me, and I wonder if anybody else noticed. So there's a scene during the werewolf's rampage, and the guards, goons, or whatever, they're running in trying to subdue him, and he starts attacking them. One guy who at this point has not been touched yet, he just drops his cattle prod weapon for no apparent reason.
Dropped it.
Just drops it, and after like 5 seconds after he drops it, he gets attacked by the werewolf. And it's like, why did you do that? I mean, that was...
He was scared.
Yeah, I mean, that was your only measure of defense, and you just drop it. And it's not like you even try to run away. I mean, you just drop it. But I don't know. If anybody else noticed that, let me know. Okay, so, a fun debut for... Let's see, who do we have here? We have Werewolf by Night, we have Man-Thing, and what's the girl's name?
Elsa Bloodstone.
Elsa Bloodstone. And, she's a pretty big character in the comic books, right?
Yeah, medium.
Okay, so we have all these new characters to work with, and a lot of people, we said, people were talking about Moon Knight being in this. Other people were talking about Blade making his on-screen debut in the MCU in this one, but those things ended up not happening. But we got Man-Thing.
We did get introduced to 2 of the 5 characters that were in the Legion of Monsters.
Okay, and
I'd like to see the Living Mummy next.
Werewolf, Man-Thing, and you said the Living Mummy?
No, I don't remember the other 2.
Okay, well, the problem with, I think the problem with the Mummy is copyright issues. I don't know.
Same thing with Werewolf.
I don't know if Universal holds the copyrights to any mummy, or...
I think when you call it the Living Mummy that you escape the copyright problems.
And same thing with Werewolf by Night versus the Wolfman?
Yes.
Okay. So, if they decide to go that way. But also there's a little bit of a stigma with mummies on screen right now since the failed, Tom Cruise mummy movie.
Not to the old man.
Well, no telling if the Marvel Studios wants to pursue that route.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do the Legion of Monsters anyway. Who knows?
Right.
Maybe next October.
And Dracula I know exists in Marvel Comics, but same problem. I mean, does
what's the copyright agreements? What's the contracts look like?
Right. So that's a whole lot of red tape that if Marvel wants to go in that direction, they're going to have to figure out.
Let's face it. If Disney wants to give us the Tomb of Dracula
Mm-hmm.
and use Dracula's name, do you really think that anybody can stop them?
No, it's just that how much do they want to pay up for it versus how much they expect to get in returns.
Well, they're kind of like what was the show where they go into a bar? It had to be a Batman thing, and everybody's giving a hard time to the main character, and they're about to get kicked out of the bar.
Oh yeah, in I think it was the first Batman Begins movie, and he says, "I'm buying this hotel."
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he bought the bar at least,
Right.
and he said, "We get to stay except for you," pointing to the main bully.
Mm.
You gotta go.
Okay, so there's a recap and a little guessing as to what's going to be happening at Marvel Studios in the future.
So, the recap Werewolf by Night. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was a fun about 50-minute special, and hope they do more of those because we were getting the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special coming up in, I assume, in December.
You have to understand, the old man likes it when they bring, I would say Werewolf is a B-level character, a strong B. When they bring these other guys, like in SheHulk, one episode we get Man-Bull, La Guerra, Porcupine.
Mm-hmm.
The next we get Leapfrog.
Mm-hmm.
Bring all that stuff, man. I'm loving it.
Right.
Bring it.
All right, so there's our Marvel Studios recap. Now, on to a story that's happening at DC right now. All right, so we have just gotten an update on the upcoming Wonder Woman 3 script. It said it was, the movie was first announced in 2019, and apparently it's going to take place in the present day, which has, not happened in a Wonder Woman film so far. And at the Matera Film Festival, director Patty Jenkins shared an update with fans on where things currently stand with the third installment. I just wrote last week the final scene for Wonder Woman 3, and I thought I'd be interested to see what happens next, she said, addressing the franchise's future. They have asked us to think of ways to do more, and it accidentally happens, but you never know. I have a lot of other films I'm excited to do as well. All right, so, Warner Brothers is keen to do more Wonder Woman in the DCEU, with Gal Gadot reprising the role. But whatever the Discovery CEO David Zaslav has in store for his shared world and his plan, so-called plan, there's obviously a place for the heroes from the Snyderverse era in the DCEU. So, I'm a little concerned because here's the thing. The first Wonder Woman film is regarded as one of the best films in the DCEU. I mean, it's so up and down with the DCEU. But the Wonder Woman first one is regarded as one of the best. Then you have the Wonder Woman 1984, which is met with, I would say, mixed reviews at best. Mediocre reviews.
I give it mixed reviews. I thought it was
Yeah, it was
all right.
It was all right. And, if that one, has the same if the third movie has the same response as the second one did, then, they might be putting the brakes on future Wonder Woman solo films. So, here's the difference. Patty Jenkins directed the first film, but Zack Snyder and another guy, I forgot which one, they wrote the script for Wonder Woman, the first one. Patty Jenkins, the second movie, 1984, she wrote the script and ended up not doing so well. So Patty Jenkins is an exceptional director, I've been told, and by all accounts she is. But as far as her writing abilities go, I mean, based on Wonder Woman 1984, So now we're told she's writing the third installment, and it's like, I mean,
concern.
Yeah, is she gonna? I mean, I try not to judge someone like actor, director, anybody, based on a single project. So, I mean, hopefully, she learned from past mistakes and does much better with this third one. But I am apprehensive, to say the least. Do you want it? Yeah, you want it. Okay.
Took him a minute.
So, are you? Am I mirroring your own concerns about
Pretty
that?
much, yeah. I mean, you always have to worry about. Okay, let me back up.
Okay.
You're looking at a guy who grew up on westerns, Western movies, Western TV shows, and the world was great. I knew I was going to be entertained by the next western, and all of a sudden, westerns went down the crapper. And occasionally we get a decent western nowadays, but it's not a powerful genre.
Yeah.
Well, right now, the genre is superhero films. And how long are we going to ride this before somebody kills the goose? Because right now, all we're getting is golden eggs. And I'd like for them to leave that goose alone and let's keep riding this. But I accept that eventually something else will come along and superhero movies will fade off into the sunset. Well, like I said, let's keep it going as long as we can.
Right. Okay. So that is our recaps and our entertainment news for this week. So we have some comics to talk about, and we have a
We
box
get to
of
do
cereal
that
to open up.
indoors where it's warm.
Yeah, but you can't come in. Sorry, buddy.
He don't care. He's got fur.
All right. So let's head inside for some comic reviews. All right, for our comic books this week, we have 4 finalists, our top 4. We didn't have any mentions because
Wasn't anything to talk about on the other one.
I mean, nothing that was inherently bad. I didn't have any recycling paper of the week or anything, but nothing that was worth kicking up a fuss about.
And
So.
yeah, we had some ties. There was a tie for first place and a tie for third, which is why we have 4 in the top 4 this week. To break the tie, I'll be honest with you. I'm tired of coming up with stuff to break ties with, so you guys haven't suggested anything. So I just told EMoney to do it. Hell with it.
Okay. All right.
So blame him if you don't like the order.
All right. So first up.
All right, from Dynamite, I think it's the only second book we've ever gotten from Dynamite. And it is Sirens Gate #1.
All right, so Sirens Gate, as far as artwork goes, is a really kind of a strange book, but
Different.
In a good way, because the artwork is like this really, what's the way to describe it? Like really detailed.
It's that type of
picture.
artwork where, is it a drawing or somebody take a picture?
Mm-hmm.
It's that.
And
type of art.
There's almost no borders, and it's like almost every page is like a series of splash pages, or very nearly.
Big, you might want to say big borderless panels.
Borderless panels. Okay, there you go. Now, as far as the writing goes, yeah,
It's okay.
I mean, it's not bad. But have you ever played any of those choose your own adventure games that you can play on your iPhone? I've done a few of them.
I can honestly say no, I have not.
And it kind of reads like one of those, like a supernatural, choose your own adventure story. And but obviously you don't choose your own adventure here, but it feels like one of them. So the story follows Tara, a young girl who works at a strip club, but she's not a stripper herself. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And
hell no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and I think she's a bartender. And she gets an invitation to come to an author's house, an author that she really admires. And, she doesn't know how or why it happened, but she's really excited about it. And,
in fact, on the way there, she keeps assuming it's some sort of prank.
Right. And I don't want to give it away, but things happen from there. And,
We'll get the next one.
Yeah, really, really interesting. Like I said, story is good, and I thought the artwork was just beautiful in this. Really great stuff. So that's why Sirens Gate #1 is our #4 pick with
3.5 shields.
3.5 shields out of 5. All right, next up,
our buddy the Joker's got a brand new bag.
Mm.
Our new comic book. This one's called The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing.
All right, so this story picks up at where we left off with the Joker in the Joker series, with Jim Gordon and a bunch of other characters pursuing the Joker to Texas, where people are looking to kill him, and a lot of other stuff is going on too. But anyways, the Joker comes back to Gotham, and he's trying to pick up where he left off. Well, he tries to make a show of force with all the other crime bosses in Gotham, including Two-Face, the Riddler, and Black Mask. And they tell him that things have changed since he's been gone, and there's no room for him in Gotham anymore. And they try to muscle him out. Well, surprisingly, Joker kind of bows out about as gracefully as he can in that situation.
Yeah, but it's the Joker.
Yeah. So Joker heads out of Gotham again, and he finds himself in Los Angeles. And he decides that he's going to set up shop there in Los Angeles. Well, and also he has like some other kind of big plan in mind, and it's actually a national plan that he wants to carry out. So, not going to spoil it all for you, but things get kind of interesting by the final page.
The Joker's going nationwide.
Yeah, or is he? Is the question. And if you read it, you'll understand what I mean. All right, so the Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing, #1, our #3 pick for this week.
Also, 3.5 shields.
3.5 shields. All right, next up.
All right, the other Dynamite book that we get. We've been getting this one for a while.
Two Dynamite comics in the top 4. That's pretty unusual.
That's Dynamite. Sorry.
Stop.
At any rate, this is Nick's #10.
All right, so this is the conclusion of this story arc, where Nyx and her siblings have decided to finally confront their father, the Mad God Chaos.
And it's not like they're going in with an intervention in mind. No, they're throwing down.
Yeah, they're tired of his games and his manipulations, and they're looking to end it once and for all. And you know what? I really can't tell you much more than that without giving stuff away.
Oh, it's a Donnybrook, though.
Yep.
It's a slobber knocker.
Yeah, it's pretty much all action from start to finish in this one. So, be prepared for it. All right, so and you know,
I'll be honest with you. I doubt that we have a viewer who reads Nick's.
if you do read Nick's and you're out there, you know, let us know about it in the comments.
Come at me.
Yeah.
Come on. Let's hear it.
All right, so Nick's number 10, our number 2 pick for this week with
4 shields out of 5.
all right, 4 out of 5.
Now,
And then finally,
I like this one. I really did. It's a good book from Image. It kind of feels like it's a one-shot, but not necessarily. This is Junkyard Joe.
all right, so Junkyard Joe, you may know, is a character from Geiger from Image Comics, and now he's in his own series, or his own one-shot at least, and we get to know a little bit more about his origin. And so the time flashes back to 1972 in Vietnam, and Joe shows up in a U.S. encampment, and at this point he looks like
human.
He looks human, like
Although, you know, he doesn't act human. I can't believe none of the guys see through that.
Well, he appears to be a strong, silent type guy, and you know he goes out with this group of soldiers. You know, kind of like
Patrol.
you know, think of it like you know, Forrest Gump and Bubba, and they go out there and they meet the what do you call them? The Viet Congs.
Charlie.
Charlie, there you go. That's the word I was looking for. They go out looking for Charlie, and they get into a shooting match, and one of the Charlies comes after one of the soldiers, and Joe jumps in front of him, and he gets caught in the explosion. Well, when Joe gets back up, his true nature is revealed, and
Blew all his fake skin off.
and the squad have, I guess you would say, mixed reactions to seeing him. And, you know, that's, you know, some stuff we learned about Joe.
I'd be down. Send me some more of them guys.
Right? I mean, as long as they're on our side, right?
Yep.
All right, so Junkyard Joe, number 1, and I don't know if it's going to keep going or not, because it seems like it was pretty well self-contained story here.
Yep. I'd pick it up if it comes out.
Yeah, Junkyard Joe, number 1, ends up with 4 shields out of 5.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
All right, old man. So, you know, here's our recommendations from last week's comics. Get them while you can.
A fairly short week, and it's Marvel heavy. No independence.
No independence, huh?
We had 3 independents in our top 4, but next week we don't get any independents.
Yeah. All right.
Go figure.
All DC and Marvel, huh?
3 DCs and a boatload of Marvels.
Okay.
All right, of the 3 DCs, the one I'm looking forward to is a new one. It's called DC's Terrors Through Time. I think it looks like some sort of Halloween special.
Okay.
But,
I mean,
you know,
I'll buy into that.
from Marvel, several good books, but let's just talk about Daredevil. Daredevil number 4 comes out. And, I mean, Zdarsky's still writing it, so it's probably still good.
Okay.
Couple of number 1s, and it's funny because of the number 1s. And if you know, yes, I picked up a spoiler on the Wakanda movie coming out, but oh well, you can't dodge everything. And so the 2 new titles are Wakanda, number 1, and Namer the Submariner, number 1.
Submariner, I don't know anything about that. You know.
At any rate,
You know,
that's stuff that's coming out.
In case you haven't heard us say it before, you know, the old man doesn't watch Marvel trailers.
Because I don't want to know who's going to be in the daggone movie.
Mm-hmm.
But boy, this one got shoved down my throat.
All right, so that is our reviews from last week and our picks for this week. Get them at your local comic book shop now. All right, so that's that. Now, what do you say we take a look at what we got in the mail this week? All right, so this week we got our September boxed heroes in the mail.
A little
late, obviously, but it got here nonetheless. So what do you say we pop her open and see what we got?
Pop her open.
Hey, come on, winner. They say 1 in every 25 subscribers get a winner in the mail. And
we've gotten a couple.
Yeah, we've gotten X-Men number 4, First Omega Red, and we also got Ghost Rider #1 from 19.
One of the incentive books. I think it was a 1 out of 100.
Right, number 89 from 1989, I think. All right, so let's see what we got
I
here.
don't know. That was a different book. I'm talking about that.
Oh, that one. Okay, yeah, we got that one too. All right, so got your card like we always get in. We got a abundance of extra goodies here this week.
Get lots of stickers.
Yep, you got Homer Simpson. You got Robin from Teen Titans. You got some kind of weird, like it looks like Ninja Turtles, but the hand has a face or something. Don't know what that's about. You got Rick and Morty. You know, when Rick and Morty...
Never seen a single episode of Rick and Morty.
It's really smart sci-fi.
I hear that, but I've never watched it.
But, I mean, the only has trouble getting past the animation.
The terrible animation.
All right. I mean, you get used to it, so...
I grew up when cartoons were nice looking.
And you got a couple trading cards, 2 Spawns, and the Penguin from Batman Returns.
What's an old card? I'll put that in the box with all the other cards.
Okay. All right, so...
Remember to flip the bottom book.
All right.
Not looking. Don't look, y'all.
All right.
Done? I don't know what that was, but it didn't sound good.
All right, and I'll flip this. No peeking.
I've been no peeking for 5 minutes. It's
Okay,
good.
ready to go.
All right, let's do it.
First up, you have. Oh, we just got this. You have Vanish, #1.
I think this is the actual cover we got also.
Yeah, we just reviewed this like a week or two ago.
But my understanding is it's selling really well. I don't mind having an extra copy.
Okay. Then you have, this says a Tim Jacobus variant. And, oh, another one we got recently. R.L. Stein's The Stuff of Nightmares.
Yep. Oh, well.
Next up.
I'm not as excited about having a second copy of that one.
Okay. Batman #127. Chip Zdarsky. Don't think we have that cover, but
Well, also, isn't that his first one?
could be.
I don't mind having an extra of that.
Then we have, Fortnite Marvel Zero War.
Blah.
So,
I'm not excited about that one.
then we have, we got an older one. Green Lantern Emerald Dawn 2.
Ooh,
No?
that's dollar box bait.
Okay, so right there. I mean, I like it when they throw in stuff that, wasn't just hot off the shelves, but,
Sure.
hopefully something a little nicer than that.
That one right there is going
Oh.
That one right there is going to be a good one.
All right.
Pull the trigger. What you got?
We got the Legion #2.
I mean, it's not a bad comic, but it's not gonna take us home.
Okay. Let's see, and we got this one right here, and it's... Ooh.
Uh-oh.
I don't know exactly
It's not
what it
good.
is, but I'll bet you it's not something great. You got Agent X #10.
I don't even remember this book. And it actually is a Marvel book that ran 10 issues.
Yep.
It says part 1 and 2, so that means there's probably an issue 11. I don't know.
Okay. All right, next up. Okay. You have some McFarlane work. You have X-Force joins Spider-Man.
Oh, the Sideways book.
Yep.
Yeah. It's actual Spider-Man title, so that's okay.
And, I know a lot of people are into collecting McFarlane stuff, so...
We sell a lot of McFarlane stuff, so
Mhm.
I must concur.
All right, then you have... Oh, you got another McFarlane here. You have Spider-Man #7. And I know we got a...
Ghost Rider.
Yep. I know we got a run of Spider-Man not too long ago. I don't know if we had number 7 or not.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
But that's okay.
Okay. And we have some stuff not in a bag and board. So
Oh, that means probably free comic book day stuff.
it says free. I mean, didn't we just do free comic book day like a few months ago?
I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Maybe it's from a year ago.
All right. This is, it says Batman Day on the top right. And it is a issue of Hush number 1.
No, that's not that terrible.
Yep. I mean, Hush is one of my all-time favorite Batman stories. So
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has any value. Probably not, but still interesting.
Mhm. Then another loose one, Batman's Mystery Casebook. Looks like something for the kiddies. All ages. Good for all ages. All right.
Hmm.
Then you have Neil Gaiman's Sandman Special Edition. So, Sandman on the front, Sandman on the back.
Take a look at it.
All right, and then finally, we have our last book, a Scotty Young subscriber bonus book. So, obviously not going to be anything old.
No,
And-
this guy's been around for a minute.
All Out Avengers number 1.
Definitely not the copy that we got.
Nope.
Number 2 comes out tomorrow.
All right, cool. All right, so there is our September boxed heroes. Not horrible. I mean,
Not great. I'm used to getting those winners.
yeah. All right, so if you want to get your own boxed heroes, you can go to their website and you can get a single book or a single box to see how you feel about it, or you can subscribe, and with that you get a subscriber bonus book with every box.
Which a lot of times that extra book is the best one in the box.
Mm-hmm. All right, so that is it for boxed heroes. Now let's take a look at some of the sales the old man and I have this weekend. All right, so this Saturday is the old man and I's second to last pop-up comic shop of the season.
I have
So-
mixed feelings about that.
Mm.
I'm going to enjoy getting to sleep in a little later on Saturdays.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy not doing all the work we have to do to get ready and to be finished with each week.
Yeah.
But I enjoy doing the pop-up shop, so
Mhm.
I'll miss it.
Yeah.
But we'll be back in 6 months.
Sure. Usually in late April. So this weekend, hopefully we get a little more foot traffic because our community yard sale is happening this weekend as well.
Is that this week?
And our adjoining neighborhood is also having one. So hopefully that will bring in, a lot of people. So, you can come be a part of that. You can come shop with us and then, go drive around and see who else has had stuff you might like.
I don't know why they don't do those things in September.
Mm.
They wait until it's too cold for anybody to want to be out.
All right.
Too cold for me to want to be out.
All right, so we're going to have our pop-up comic shop 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., 7002 Brookbend Way, Louisville, Kentucky, this Saturday. And, of course, we're going to have all kinds of cool comic books. We have comic books starting at $1 and a lot of great key issues as well.
And I'll be honest with you, I've not finished processing some of the collections we picked up lately.
Yeah, I told you guys, we got some collections a few weeks ago, so we're adding new stuff literally every week.
I mean, we're talking hundreds every week.
I mean, really, we're adding new stuff every day, pretty much. So, come by, even if you've been recently, come by, see what we have
There's
new.
going to be new stuff.
Yeah, and I have some new stuff to show you guys. I had a new comic book come in last week that I was going to show you guys today. Fantastic Four number 56. Just got it last week. It was the second appearance of Claw and an early cameo appearance of Black Panther.
By cameo, one of the last pages, one of the Fantastic Four is talking to Chikala, and you see his face on a TV screen.
Yeah. So,
Counts.
had that. I was going to show you guys, but you know what? Second customer who came in on Saturday snatched it up.
He did.
Yeah. So, that was not the fastest turnaround we've ever had on a comic book, but it was up there.
Oh, Iron Man number 1's the fastest.
Yeah, definitely. Or I'm going to have to give it to Amazing 129. was the fastest.
Okay.
Right?
They're both pretty doggone quick.
Right? All right. So, with that being said, I still have a lot of other cool stuff to show you guys. So, let's do it in the way I like to do it is in descending order of coolness based on my own opinions.
You're going to say, according to you.
Right. All right. So, first up, you guys may have, like we talked about earlier, you watched Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. So, because everyone is, werewolf crazy right now, right? We have this really cool issue, Marvel Team Up number 12, featuring Spider-Man and the Werewolf. So,
and no, we don't have the first appearance of Werewolf by Night.
No, that would be awesome.
Wish we did. Somebody sell me one.
Yeah. Two of Marvel's mightiest and most mysterious in a battle to the death.
Who are they saying? Spider-Man's mysterious?
Yeah, right? I would think, pretty sure we know everything there was to know about him in the first few issues.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Okay, so there you have that one. Now, guys, so like a week or two ago, I picked up a really great collection of these fantasy masterpieces. And if you don't know what those are, they're from the Silver Age, where they make reprints of stories from the Golden Age.
Some of them are older, slightly older Silver Age stories too.
Right.
Like you get to see Captain America during World War II, when the comic was coming out in World War II.
Right.
And some of those stories it's not your Captain America that you remember. They're different.
Really? Okay. So I actually picked up a couple of these, and the one I have right here is Fantasy Masterpieces number 5, which tells the stories of Captain America. And we actually have like 2, 4, 5.
No, 3. I thought we had 3.
Maybe 3 as well. I know we have like 6 of them. So, and they're all
6 out of the first 11, and we do not have number 1.
Don't have number 1. Sorry. We have number 2 and a lot going up. So
good shape for a square-bound book too.
Yeah. So if you want to pick up these fantasy masterpieces, we have a lot of them here at the pop-up shop. And I remember the first issue had stories from Jack Kirby and Steve Ditko. So really great stuff here. All right. So fantasy masterpieces. This one now we go from stories from the Golden Age straight to the Golden Age with this one. Here we have Brave and the Bold, number 31. 10-cent cover price. One of the very few we have with a 10-cent cover price in our inventory. This is the first appearance of Cave Carson. Cave Carson Adventures Inside Earth. Now, full disclosure, it's not in great shape, this issue. It's pretty rough.
It's all there.
Yeah, it's all there. I mean, if this were in perfect condition, it'd be about $1,000. But the fact that it's not in perfect condition, makes it affordable to a lot more people. So, Brave and the Bold, number 31, first appearance of Cave Carson. And then finally, here's one that people have been looking for. And if you go on Whatnot and you go into comic books, and people, the seller says, "Hey, tell me what you guys are looking for. Give me stuff that's on your wish list." And most people right now are saying, "Do you have Wolverine 88?" Well, guess what? EMoney and the Old Man have Wolverine 88. The first fight between Deadpool and Wolverine.
I wonder why that's so hot right now.
Right. So that shot up in value the last few weeks. So it's a really great thing to have in your collection right now. So the Old Man and I have it for you. All right. So these are just a few of the new comics that we have in our inventory right now. We've actually had to expand our good book boxes because we're getting so many in. Our good boxes being any boxes that or any comics that are valued at $10 and up.
We may have to switch that and make it 15 and up and move some of the $10 ones to what we call our front line.
But you're going to have to change a lot of signs on the boxes, aren't you?
Just the good book boxes.
Yeah. Anyways, that's something we have to deal with later. All right, so come get these at the pop-up shop now. Show you guys some of the toys we have this week. All right, so One thing that sells really well at our sales is Batman the Animated Series toys, and more specifically, the stuff that came out early on in the series, because when the show first came out, it was Batman the Animated Series, and then later it became The Adventures of Batman and Robin. So this is when it was just Batman the Animated Series, and one of the action figures we have available is the Scarecrow. And we actually have several more from Batman the Animated Series and, later on in the Batman and Robin Adventures. So we have that. Also, going OG, we have stuff from the Uncanny X-Men line from Toy Biz. We got a couple of these in just last week. And this one is Gambit. And we're going to have a lot more of these at the sale. Then also we have this one. We have one of our Toy Biz action figure packs. This is Spider-Man Web Wars, and it includes, let's see, we got Spider Carnage right here. Then you got Peter Parker with Symbiote Shooter. Then you have the Steel Spider right here. And then you have Spider-Man with Webcopter. Okay? Didn't know Spider-Man needed a copter, but there it is. Alright, so these toys and a lot more are going to be available at our pop-up shop this Saturday. And like we said, you only get 2 more for the season, and then we close up shop. Alright, so if you can't make it to the pop-up shop, also we're having our Sunday night Whatnot auction this Sunday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're going to be doing, we kind of just go all over the place with our Whatnot auctions now.
Well, we're slinging toys.
Yeah, I mean, toys, mainly action figures, and a lot of it is Marvel. We also pull some DC stuff and, some stuff from other...
It's whatever EMoney feels like pulling out of the bins and bringing in here.
Pretty much. So, and usually we have between 50 to 60 items to sell you guys every week. So
we haven't done 50 in a month. It's 60 plus.
Okay. So be sure to stop by Whatnot, 6 p.m. And you can search EMoney and the Old Man, no spaces. And you can follow us on Whatnot, and you'll be notified whenever we start a auction. But, right now it's just 6 p.m. on Sunday.
Now, YouTube videos. Mm-hmm. You're watching a YouTube video right now. Have you subscribed? If the answer is no, you're doing us a disservice. Subscribe. Push the button. Get your friends to subscribe. We're still struggling to reach 1,000.
Yeah, we just hit 900, so we're trying to climb up to 1,000. So be sure to subscribe for us.
Need your help. Come on.
All right. So 2 more sales at the pop-up shop, and then in the last weekend in October, the Old Man and I are going to be at the Creature Feature Show in Shepherdsville, Kentucky. And it's going to be our first time as dealers for EMoney and the Old Man. The Old Man did it at the Stewart Flea Market for a couple years.
I did other shows too.
Right. So this will be the first time I'm doing it, and he hasn't done it in a long time. So, come by.
A long time? Decades.
So come by the Creature Feature Show last weekend in October, Saturday and Sunday, and come by and see our booth, all right? All right, I think that just about covers everything. So let's head back upstairs with Thor.
Do we have to?
Yeah.
It's cold.
I know.
Dang. All right, Thor, hang on.
All right, comic lovers, so that's going to do it for this week's episode. So be sure to come back for the next 2 weeks for our pop-up comic shop, and also join us for Creature Feature in Shepherdsville. We get new comic books in just about every week for the next 3 weeks. 2 here in the garage and 1 at Creature Feature. All right? So we'll see you guys on the next one. Excelsior.
True believers, it's too cold for this.